Today, let us start our session with C++ to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. So this is a program. Now, before we getting into the program, let us know the structure of C++ program. In first PUC, you are learning a C++ program as per your PU board syllabus. So here, C++ language is a case sensitive language, and each and every language has its own syntax. So let us follow the syntax and write a program to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. Now let us see the structure of C++ program. First one is a comment section. This is a comment section. Here the user or the programmer, he can write his own comment. For example, I can write the program name here to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. So those type of statements we can write inside the program by using this type of comments, and this is comments we are writing with the help of two forward slash together without any space. So here I can write the comment. For example, here I can write swap the values. This is one comment. These comments can be written or we can write at any point of time in a program. Even you can write even at each and every statement of your program. For example, to swap the values. To swap the values of two variables. This is first section, that is comment section. So next section is linker section. Next section is linker section. This linker section starts with hash. This is hash symbol followed by include, and here inside this we have to write header file. So the meaning of this section is we have to include the standard library function to program, or we are making use of these standard library functions in our programming statement. So here this is hash include, and here in this example I can write the standard header file starts with include. This is angle bracket iostream.h, and one more header file I can write include conio.h, and here no semicolon. See, this is your linker section. Linker section is going to link our program with the standard library function. So this is linker section. Next one is definition section. Definition section. This section starts with again hash and a reserved word define, and here this define section is used to define the symbolic constants in a program. For example, you know the value of pi. Suppose if you want to make use of value of pi as 3.1416 in our program, then we can make use of this section. This is again optional. In this program, as we are not using any of the constants, we are not using this section here. So next one is void main. This is a main function. Next one is main function. This will start with void main function. Students, each and every C++ program must have main function, and there should be only one main function in our C++ program. So we say void main. Here void main function, again no semicolon. Here is the place where we are writing the executable statements like input statement, output statement, and writing the formula statements, everything we are writing are inside void main. So this starts with open braces, and again here. So here also open braces. So this is, we have to open that and we have to close at the end of the program. So this is void main function. Void main, it is the main function. Inside this we are writing executable statements like input statement, output statement, or formulas, or any executable statements we are writing inside this. So we have to close this at the end of our statement or end of the program. So after this, next we have to write, it is executable section. The meaning is all the statements what we write inside this will be executed one by one. Here executable section, inside this you can have input statement or output statement or like formulae, etc. So anything we write between these two braces, opening and closing braces, will be executed. Next section here is declaration section. Here inside this executable statements, first step will be declaration section. Declaration section, the meaning is we have to declare the variables required for our program. In this example, I had to make use of three variables. For example, I can write int a, b, temp and semicolon. So this is declaration section. Declaration section is saying that we are using these many variables. In this example, a, b and temp are as the variables, and this is of the type integer. Means these variables store the values of the data type int, means whole number. So this is declaration section. After declaration section, clear screen function. This clear screen functions clears the output screen. First of all, I have to enter two numbers. Here I would like to write output statement here, cout, open the quote. I can write here enter two numbers, and I am closing this double quote and followed by end L. This is called manipulator. So here first declaration section, declaring the variables, we are using clear screen to clear the output screen. Then cout statement. See, this is cout is output statement. So whatever we are written inside the double quote will be displayed exactly as it is on the output screen. So then accordingly we have to enter two numbers. For that we have to make use of input statement. I can write here C in variables here a and b semicolon. Once the values have been entered here, next step is processing or applying formula. So in this example, there is no formula, we have to use one of the logic here. The logic of the program is, let us take a and b or two numbers. I am using one more variable, temp, as a temporary variable. So here, first for example, if I write value of a as 10 and b as 20, first we have to shift this 10 here. So at the beginning it will be mtr0. I want to copy this here. So I want to make, or I want to shift the value of a to variable temp. So for that we are using a statement temp. We have to write the same variable with the same spelling, same uppercase or lowercase. Temp equals to a is the variable. So after this we have to shift or move value of b into a. So here once if you shift the value, it is going to overwrite on this. So this value becomes 20. So how to make that statement here? Here a equals b. A equals b. See, after this, next one is value of a is 20 value of b is 20, but value of temp is 10. So we have to push this value here. In this case, we have to make the value of b as 10. So for that, we are writing a statement b equals 10. b equals 10. So this is the logic we are using in this program to swap the values of two variables or to interchange the values of two variables by using third variable temp here. After this statement, at the end of this statement, the values have been interchanged. We have to print the values here. I can write here Cout after interchange. After interchange, I am closing the quote here, and here I want to write the value of a here. We are using this operator. Then we have to print the value of b and closing this with semicolon. This is output statement to print the values of a and b. So here after this we have to close the program with getCH function semicolon. After this we have to close this flower bracket. So this is a executable section or this is a programming statement. So these statements will be executed one by one by the compiler. So here this is the logic and this is the programming statement and this is executable section. So after void main, next one is after this we are closing this executable section with flower bracket as we have done it here. So next step is subroutine sections. Subroutine section. The programmer can write user defined function. For example, after closing this void main function here, inside then we can write, for example, f1 is a one function and f2 is one more function. Similarly, user can have n number of functions depending on his program. So this is a structure of C++ program. C++ language, it is a computer language. It has its own syntax, and here we have to follow the same to write a program in C++. The first section is comment section. Here the user can write his own comments, and these comments start with 2/ without any space, and this is called single line comment, and this can be written even at every line of your statement. This is also possible. And here this is first section, and this here in this example I have written here as to swap the values of two variables, or I can write a heading of the program under comment section. Next section is linker section. This linker section starts with hash and include. It is a word, and between these two pair of angle bracket we have to write the header files, and this linker section helps us to link our program with standard library functions. For example, here in this example, hash include, within this angle bracket iostream.h, this is one of the header file in C++. Similarly, one of the header file is hash include conio.h. This stands for console input output, and this is called input output stream here. So here this is linker section. Next, definition section, and here is the place where we can define the symbolic constants we may have to use in our program. You can also declare global variables. The variables are the values which we are using in our entire program. We are not using any constants or any global variables, so we have not used the section here. Next one is important section is main function. It is called as main function. The main function starts with void main is a function, and in every C++ program must have one main function. So this main function starts with void main, and this is a function, and it's right, we have to open the braces, then we have to close the braces at the end of the program. So in between, for example, here in this example, void main we have opened here and we have closed here. These are called executable section and executable statements. These statements are executed by the compiler in the order one by one. So this, open this braces here. Inside this or under executable section, first one is called declaration section. First is declaration, means we have to declare the variables required in our program or required for our program. In this example, we have to make use of three variables because two variables we have to enter value and one third variable is we are using to interchange the values. So in this example, we made use of a, b, temp as a variable. So this is called as your local variables, and here is the place above this void main we are declaring global variables, and these are called as local variables. And the meaning is, in this example we are making use of a, b, temp as a variables to store the values of the data type int or integer. It is nothing but whole numbers. Next function we have used here is clear screen. We are using this function to clear the output screen. Next, after that, next is cout, enter two numbers. Once if we execute the program, we can see the statement. This is output statement here, and enter two numbers. We have written between these two double quotes. So anything we have written inside this, it will appear in the output screen exactly as it is. So it display enter two numbers, and here we made use of endl. It is called as a manipulator used in a program to modify our output here. So in this example, enter two numbers. Because of endl manipulator, the control goes to next line, and next line we are supposed to enter. We have used here cin statement. This is input statement to accept the values of two variables a and b. And students, you have to keep in your mind, it is a case sensitive language. So there is a difference between uppercase and lowercase character. So suppose that we supposed to make use of same variables used in a declaration section exactly without any changing the case of the variables. Here a and operator and b. Then this is input statement. Then next one is you have to apply formula. In this one we are using, I already have explained the logic to you. We are using variable temp equal to a equal to b, and b equal to 10. This is the logic of this. With the help of these three statements, in the values have been interchanged. So after this, we have to make use of output statement to print the values of a and b after interchange, and a value of a will be displayed. And here we have one more thing we have used here called within double quote \t. It stands for tab. This is called escape sequences. This is called escape sequences. So because of this is it gives a one tab space after displaying the value of a here. So after displaying the value of a, it gives or it moves to one tab space, then with the operator b, then it prints the value of b. So this is the end of the statement, and here in this one we have used here getch. It is an input function. This is we are using here to hold the output screen. Actually the function of this is to accept a input from the user, from the programmer. As soon as you press any enter key, it will come out of this output screen. So this is a simple program to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. The output of the program would be output. See, in the executable section, first clear screen, the outputs will be cleared first, then we are, because of this output statement, enter two numbers which will appear here. The first line we are getting here, enter two number. Because of endl, the control goes to next line, and here we are supposed to enter the value of two variables. For example, I can write 10 space 20, then you have to press enter key. Here we are supposed to press enter key here. Because of these statements, values will be interchanged, and after this, after executing these three statements, next statement is output statement. It says after interchange. So it will be after interchange, and here first is A, value of A. What are the value of A we have entered here? Because we are reading the value of A as the first variable, so the value entered here 10, it will be stored in the variable A. It prints 20 and value of A will be 20. \T escape sequences, we are getting one tab space here, then it prints the value of B as 10. So if you look at the difference here, we are entering two numbers as 10 and 20. It is before interchange. Before executing the statement, value you have entered as A as 10 and B as 20. Value of A will be 20, value of B will be 10. So this would be the output of this program. Now let me explain how do we execute the program in computers. This is C++ program. Here we are using C++ software or editor. On the desktop, you can see a DOSBox icon. That is what we are using here. DOSBox or Turbo-C software. It is a DOS editor. You double click on this, it will open C++ editor. So inside the screen or C++ screen or editor, here is the place where you have to type this program from here to here. Then after that, after completing till end of this braces or bracket, we have to save the program. We have to save this particular file as file name .cpp. CPP is the extension name of C++ program, CPP. So by looking at this, we can make out this is a C++ program. So here, after typing the program, we have to save the file as .cpp in the directory. Next one is, after saving, you have to compile the program. We have to compile the program by using Alt plus F9. Once if you compile the program, it displays errors if at all in your program. Then you have to correct those mistakes. Again, compile the program, and you have to keep on compiling a program as long as you are getting 0 errors in your program. 0 errors in your programs. Once the errors are 0, then we have to run the program or we have to execute the program. Execute the program by using the key Control plus F9. So once we execute the program, you can see the output here. So this is how do we write a program and how do we execute in computers. Thank you very much. Students, now we will show you how to work out C++ program in computer. Dear students, welcome to our online practical classes. This is your first C++ practical. Let us try a program. Students, first on your desktop screen you find an icon as a DOSBox icon, that is C++ software. You have to double click on this icon, so it opens a C++ screen. So here is the place we have to type the programs. Now we have to start with new file. We have to go to menu file and new. It opens one window, is a new window. You can enlarge the window, and here is the place we have to start typing our C++ program. So let us type first program, that is to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. So our program starts with comment section, that is, here I can write heading of the program, program to interchange the values of two variables using third variable. This is the heading of the program. So this we can write in comment section. The first line is comment section. Comment section starts here with 2/ without any space. Next, press enter key. Next, we have to start with header section or linker section. So it start with standard header file hash include and angle bracket iostream.h. iostream.h is one of the header file, and one more standard header file hash include conio.h. This is linker section. Next, program starts with main function, that is void main, and this is a function, no semicolon. Then open this braces here, this is open bracket. Now here is the place to start writing executable statements. So under this, first we have to declare variables. In this program we are using variables int a, b, temp is another variable, third variable. So this is semicolon, it indicates end of a statement. After declaring variables, next step is to enter value for the variables a and b. For that, you can first, we can make use of clear screen function. So this is used to clear the output screen. After this, now we can write output statement here, cout, and within the double quote we can write enter two numbers. Enter two numbers, close the quote, and with the operator I am using here endl. Endl is optional and it is a manipulator. It used in output statement to manipulate or to modify the output statements or output in the result. Next, we have to make use of input statement, that is cin. We have to enter value for two variables, that is a and one more operator and b and semicolon. Students, here we have used the variable a and b and temp. We have to enter value for a and b. So we have to use the same variables as we have declared in that declaration section. Next, press enter key, cout, operator, double quote, before interchange a equals value of a equals, close the quote, with operator we have to print the value of a. I am using this variable operator. Again I am using an escape sequence, that is \t, that is to give a one tab space between two variables or two values, and here \t, and we can write here the variable b equals, I am closing this, with the operator b and endl. Endl indicates there is a manipulator, and here semicolon indicates the end of a statement. So next one is we have to write the logic here, that is temp equals a and a equals b and b equals temp. This is the logic we are using in this example. After, at the end of these three statements, values will be interchanged. So after interchange, we have to print the new values or interchanged values So we are using the output statement cout after interchange a equals, close the quote, variable operator a operator backslash t, it is a tab, and b equals, we can write here, then this operator with value of b, I am closing this with semicolon. Next, this is end of a program. We have to close the program with get ch input function. After this, we have to close void main. Students, please observe here. This program, the first line is a comment section. Here we are writing the heading of the program or name of the program. And here, if any mistakes, you can correct it. Variable. Next section is linker section. It starts with standard header file iostream.h and conio.h, and next one is main function void main, and this open bracket here, and we have closed here void main here with the close bracket. So in between these statements are called executable statements, and here under this first line will be the declaration of variables depending on our program. In this here I am using 3 variables a, b and temp are the variables, and here int is a data type. This is int data type. It says the integer values. We are storing the whole numbers or integer value in the variables a, b and temp. Now clear screen function, it is used to clear the output screen. After this, next we have to enter 2 values. Before that, we get a message, enter 2 numbers on the screen. Then we have to enter 2 values here for a and b through input statement. Next, we have to print, we are printing cout before interchange, and before this processing, we would like to confirm that value of a and b here. Then after this, this is the processing section or the logic we have used in our program. With the help of these statements, the values will be interchanged. So after this, we have to print the interchange values or new values. So we are using output statement here after interchange values of a and b. Here we are using backslash t. It is an escape sequence. To it, the function is, it gives a 1 tab space between the variable a and b or the values of a and b, and generally we are closing this, we are writing get ch function, and we have closed this void main function. So this is a simple program to interchange the values of 2 variables using third variable. So after typing the program, next step is we have to save the file. We go to file menu, and here we can make, we are selecting save option, or we can also make use of F2 function key. If we click on this, it will, here is the place we have to enter the file name. So we can clear this and we can write the file name as exp3.cpp. So this is the file name. Here exp3 is the file name and .cpp is the extension name of C++ program. So all C++ program must have an extension name as .cpp. Then you have to click on OK. If already the program is existing, we are getting a message overwrite existing file. Then if you want, you can change the file name. So now I am going to change the file name here. So I say file save. I am going to change the file name as swap.cpp. Then OK. Now once the file has been saved successfully, you can see the file name here in this window. This is swap.cpp. So after saving the file, next step is we have to compile the program. So here is an option here. This is a menu called compile, and you can click on this or select this option, or also you can make use of Alt plus F9 key. So after this, then it says errors here. Once the program has been compiled, it says errors. In this example, it says the error. Now press any key. So we have to press any key. Look at the error here. Suppose if the error is here, the error might be on the same line or maybe below or above the line. So here it says line number 2, it says error unable to open include file IO stream.h. Here I made a mistake, so I have to correct this mistake. STRE IO stream.h. Again file save. Only you don't use save as option, only once you have to use save as. Next time you have to select only save option. Again process is compile the program. Again the compile the program. Now it says 0 error. So this process will be continuing, or you have to continue the process till you get 0 errors in your program. After this you have to press any key. After compilation, next step is to run the program or to execute the program. So again for that we have to select, or we have to go to this menu, run here, and you can, there is an option here, run. You have to select this, or directly you can press Ctrl plus F9 to run the program or to execute the program. Now we have to run the program. It executes the program, and here we are getting, this is the output screen, and here we are supposed to enter 2 values. For example, if I write 10 space 20, 10 stands for A and 20 for B, then you have to press enter key. Now we can see the result here. Before interchange, value of A is 10, what we have entered, and value of B as 20. But after processing, after interchange, the values have been interchanged. So A value becomes 20 and B value is 10. So this is a program to interchange the values of 2 variables, or we can say the word swap the values of 2 variables using third variable. Then press any key to come out of the program. Then you can also run once again to try with another values. Again run the program. If you run the program, again it will ask you for another values. I can change the values as 15 space 45. Here 15 is the value of A and 45 is the value of B. Then look at the output here. So before interchange, value of A is 15, value of B is 45. After interchange, value of A is 45 and B is 15. Now let me explain the program once again. First line is a comment section where we are writing the heading of the program. Next, this is linker section, starts with standard header files iostream.h and conio.h. Next one is main function. Inside this we are writing executable sections, executable statements. Under this, first one is declaring a variables. Here int is a data type of integer type, means we are storing the values, whole numbers in the variable A, B and temp. Next one is clear screen function. It is used to clear the output screen. Next, because of output statement here, in the output screen we are getting enter 2 numbers as the first line or first statement. Next, after this we have to accept the values of A and B with the help of input statement, that is cin. We are entering values of A and B. Next, after that, because of this output statement, we will get a message or a statement before interchange values of A and B. Then after that it processes with the help of these 3 statements. Then at the end of this we are going to print the values after interchange. So once the values of an interchange, we are printing the final output. That's what we can see in the output screen. Then after this we are closing the program with file, and here you can go to file option, Alt F. You can also make use of keyboard here to get into any of the menu here. Alt plus F. F is the file name, and here you can, with the help of this, you can quit C++. If you select quit option or alt text, it will ask for your file to be saved. If here you can say yes or no, you can say yes or no. Suppose if mouse doesn't work, sometimes you can also make use of keyboard. So now I am using keyboard, say yes or no. Now it will come out of C++ software, that is Turbo C3 software. Now to come out of the DOS prompt, we have to type exit. EXIT is the command. So we press enter, it will come out of DOS prompt. So this is how we execute programs in computers. Thank you very much.